Hey everyone, it's Amber from Nutritious Noms, and today I've got you a much requested video, and this video is all about tips on staying organized in school and reducing stress and school anxiety. Alright, so the first tip is to stay organized. So I'm sure you've all heard this, but the best way to stay organized is to have a planner. And you can get planners at Walmart, at Target. I got this one at Walmart. And you can get them online, whatever works for you. But this is such a great planner. This is for my next semester in the fall, so I haven't written anything in it yet. But it's so great. It has the whole month, and it's all tabbed. Here's the whole month, and then it goes into specific days, and it has the times. This is going to help me stay so organized next semester. And if you don't want to go and buy a physical planner, I highly recommend downloading the My Homework app. It lets you put in all your course times, your professor names, the homework that you have assigned, all the different types of homework. You can categorize it, and the priority too. So I highly recommend that. I use that also. So I use 2 planners. I try to stay as organized as possible. And then also, it's extremely important to plan everything the night before. So get your clothes out for tomorrow. You can try on 10 outfits or however outfits you need to take, but planning all of everything that you're going to wear the night before can help you wake up. You have your clothes right there. You get to put them on. You're like, oh, all right, time to get ready, rather than like, oh my gosh, I woke up late. I don't know what to wear. I'm just going to put on sweats and whatever, but I wear sweats to college every day. But, you know, if you care about fashion, plan it the night before, and then also get your lunch together the night before. This will help you save so much money not buying out food, and it'll help you stay on track and eat right. So I recommend packing 2 snacks and a lunch, and I will make a whole video on healthy lunches if you like this video, and comment and let me know if you want it. And I can put tons of different healthy recipes in one video for to-go lunches. So that'll be a different video. But get your lunch tomorrow, or get your lunch all ready the night before and your clothes, and then you wake up in the morning ready to go. You feel on it. You're like, yeah, got my school lunch, got my cute outfit, ready to learn. Yeah. And so the next tip is to have an inspiring workspace. So let's be real, stats is not fun. Statistics is not exciting, not that, yeah, no, I hate statistics. But what helps me get in the mood is to have a bunch of candles. It smells really good, smelling like a pumpkin sugar donut. And then to have classical music. I love classical music because it just makes me feel smart and classy and like ready to learn. So that helps too, whatever you want. I recommend not having music that has words in it, because for me personally, I start singing along and then I don't focus. So music that doesn't have words, that might be even better for you, but you can go to Spotify or Pandora, and I highly recommend those for when you're studying, to just play that music. It helps you a lot. And also to have just a clean desk to help you focus, not a bunch of crap everywhere. If it's all clean on the outside, you can be clean and organized on the inside. So I recommend that. And then the next tip, this is mainly for those who are in college, because you get syllabuses, but to read all material that's assigned. That's not too revelational, but you know, it really helps. There's so many people in my classes that don't read the textbooks, and they just don't know what's going on in class. But if you read the assignments that are assigned, you will stay on track in class. And also, if you can read ahead, which is even better, if you're confused at all or you don't understand any of the concepts, you can email the professor and say, oh, I have a question on this reading assignment. And they're going to be like, that reading assignment isn't even due. You're amazing. And this is explained. But yeah, that really helps. and it just lets you be able to have just review if you read it before, and you go to class, you're like, oh, I know all of this already. I'm so smart. That really helps. It makes you feel confident and relaxed in school. Highly recommend it. And then also, for cheap books, do not buy school books at your school, university bookstore. No. No, no, no. I did that my freshman year as a freshie newbie. Spent way too much books. It was terrible. I just don't recommend it. I recommend Chegg and Amazon, and I'll put links in the down bar for them, but those are some of the best places to get textbooks. So I highly recommend that. And then know the way you learn. This is another tip. It took me a while to learn exactly how I learn, and I am a visual learner. I need to see it, I need to read it, I need to watch a movie on it, just so I can see everything painted out in front of me. That just really helps me learn. Some people can just hear it, and they're like, oh, got it, test me on it, even though I heard it once. I'm not like that. Those are auditory learners. You guys are blessed from Jesus. But there's also kinesthetic. You have to do something with your hands, but just know what type of learner you are and use studying habits that help cater to your learning style. And for me, as a visual learner, I need to write out all my notes. Like, I also like to take notes on my laptop because I'm a perfectionist, and if I write my notes bad, I'm like the world stops, and I have to rip it out and rewrite it, and it just takes a while. So I like to do it on the computer in class, and then when I'm at home later, I like to write it all out. And some people may think that's a little excessive, but me actually writing it out and seeing it and reading it really helps me absorb the information. Another way for you to learn is mnemonic devices, and I highly recommend mnemonic devices. They help anyone learn and make connections, and one of the popular and most known mnemonic devices is for the planets. My very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas, except no pizzas because Pluto is a dwarf planet now. Pluto was my favorite planet. But yeah, so just that's how you connect it. You can make acronyms, or another example would be if you had to learn this certain person and you have no idea how to connect it, looking at some of the repeated letters, like, oh, there's a lot of O's. They are the head of the Ottoman Empire. That's just another way to help you learn and remember. That helps me so much on exams and trying to remember concepts, so I highly recommend that. Just so much recommending. Yeah. Okay. And the next tip is, if you don't understand something, ask for help and ask for clarification. The professors and teachers are there to help you learn, and they will be there for you if you have any questions. And if you are confused on a homework assignment, don't wait until like an hour before class. Email them the night before and say, oh, hey, I don't understand this. Could you please explain it? And they'll be happy to explain it. And if need be, you can make an appointment with your professor, and they can help you explain that concept even more if you're struggling with it. And also, you can get a tutor, which really helps. HBU has a great tutoring program, so I recommend seeing a tutor. Or what I like to do even more is make a study group. I say, if my professor's like, oh, the exam is in 2 weeks, I'm like, you guys, who wants to be study buddies? Who wants to get together and drink some coffee and learn? I'm such a big nerd, but yeah, so study groups are super fun, and that was the easiest way for me to make friends in college. And they also have the same schedule as you, the people that are in classes with you, so you can eat lunch with them, and it works a lot better rather than just like becoming friends with some random person and their schedule is completely different from you. So I highly recommend study groups. And also, if you don't want a whole group to study with, pick the smartest person in class who talks the most and seems what they know what they're doing, and say, hey, let's study together. Yeah, let's be study buddies. And I'm sure they'd want to be study buddies. It's fun. And And so then you'll just be able to get an A, have a friend, and you'll be set. So I recommend that. And then for another tip is to think positive. It's just so easy to get overwhelmed when you don't really know the concept, or say for pre-calculus, I was pretty bad at pre-calculus and I needed just to not let my thoughts get to me. I had to say, actually, no, I am intelligent, I can do this, and combat those negative thoughts. You are able to monitor what you think, and when you think all of these negative things and think, I don't even think this is worth it, why am I even here? You just have to think, no, stop. I'm very intelligent, I'm capable, I can do this, and I'm going to be fine. And if you do that, you will be able to manage your stress and be able to do anything and get through any class that college throws at you. So just continue to think positive and monitor your thoughts and be your own best friend. Think if you told that to your friend and said, oh, you're so stupid, you would never be able to pass this class, you suck, like, they'd be like, I'm out. Like, goodbye. Like, I'm not taking that. And you can't walk away from yourself, so it's important to not, be so negative to yourself and think positive. So, can't say enough about that. Another tip is to pick a realistic schedule. And I recommend seeing your academic advisors regularly, for college, and just make sure that when you're planning your schedule that you're not packing it with the hardest classes. And I also recommend to take them Monday to Friday. I know a lot of people that are like, I'm so smart, I'm only going to go to school Tuesday and Thursday. And then they have 5 exams on Tuesday and Thursday, and it's just ridiculous. And so I recommend spacing them out, creating a realistic schedule, depending on if you're a morning person or night person, you could take night classes or early ones and get them done earlier in the day. But pick a realistic schedule, and if you're struggling in math and that's not your strong suit, don't take 2 math courses in 1 semester, because then you just will not be happy at all. Just recommend that. And also, one of the biggest tips I could give you is to use ratemyprofessor.com. That has saved me so much. When you're trying to pick your course, you have to look up that professor and put it in Rate My Professor and the college or university that they're teaching at, and then they'll have a grade, and it also rates them on hotness. That doesn't matter, but that's in there. But it'll show you if they're clear, what they're how hard it is and whatnot, and also people's reviews on that teacher too. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that. That has helped me pick the most incredible professors for each course that I've taken. So I really recommend that. And having a good professor can be everything. If you have a really, not that interesting course, but the teacher's amazing and knows exactly what they're talking about and really educated, that really inspires you. So Rate My Professor is extremely beneficial. So I highly recommend that, and I'll put that in the down bar. And for the next tip is to get involved in school. I highly recommend getting involved in school because I just got done with my sophomore year of college, and it flew by. It went by so fast, I don't even know. I don't even know, warp speed. When I was in high school, felt like forever, and college just was like a blink, boom. Sophomore year done, crazy. But get involved in school, because then you're able to have a resume look better. I know, for next year, I'm going to be the chief of staff for the vice president at HBU. So I'm going to be involved in student government, and I want to get involved in a hiking club too. But even if you don't really like any of the clubs, make your own club. Because I'm sure if you thought, hey, there's no clubs I want, but this would be a really cool club, a ton of people would be like, hey, a baking club sounds great. I would love to bake muffins with you this weekend. Like, yeah, that's such a great idea. A baking club. I maybe should do that at HPU. But yeah, so getting involved in school can also motivate you and just help you feel more connected to the school and just get in that college atmosphere and inspire you to do your best rather than just going to classes and then just not really being involved in school and making friendships at your university. And then the next tip is to constantly motivate yourself. And getting in clubs is a way to do that, but also just having inspiring quotes. I have like 3 quote apps on my phone that I look at every day and I'm like, wow, that's so just intelligent and motivating. I don't know, whatever, but they're inspiring. And so I recommend that. I also recommend thinking, what do I want my future to be like? And visualizing your future, visualizing yourself as magna cum laude with your like little gold sash, and you're like, oh, I'm so smart. So just motivate yourself and picture exactly what you want, and that can be motivation enough. And also having a friend to help you just confide in, and if you're frustrated, they can help motivate you too and encourage you. So I highly recommend that. And then the last one is to take care of yourself. It's really easy in college to neglect your health because you're so consumed with all your classes and work and sports, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And it's easy to just have a huge big gulp of soda and chips and a candy bar and gain the freshman 15. But what's really important is to sleep enough and to make sure that you're managing your time so that you're getting enough sleep. That's the biggest thing, is sleeping enough. Because you literally feel like a new woman if you wake up and you got 8 hours of sleep and you're like, I can do anything. But if you get like 2 hours of sleep, you're like, like you just don't even want to get up. So, gotta get your sleep and eat right and eat throughout the day. Because if you're in class and you're just, your stomach is grumbling, you're like, I can't think, I just need food. That happens a lot, but it doesn't happen if you pack snacks. So just take care of yourself and be sure to do one thing every day that you want to do. So if you have classes all day and work and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can make it through the day, let yourself know. I'm going to take a nice bubble bath after and watch an episode of Friends or whatever you want to do. But think and pick one thing that you want to do. I want to paint my nails. I want to buy a t-shirt. I want to hang out with friends. Just pick one thing, and that can help you feel more in control of your life and just happier. And I hope that these tips have helped you. They've helped me throughout my life, and I hope that you can be great students and inspired to learn all your concepts, and I just hope these helped. All right.